Here's your wrestling news for February 25th, 2026. Your headlines for today include massive backlash as Jey Uso's qualifier victory gets hit with dislikes, WWE eyeing legendary rival to induct AJ Styles into Hall of Fame, real reason behind Randy Orton vs. Aleister Black feud revealed, WWE considering first time ever match for Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 42, Vince McMahon eyeing WWE comeback ownership, Jey Uso's Raw botch leaves WWE legend furious, Zaria and Soul Ruca implode as Jacy Jayne retains NXT Women's title, Thea Hale scores huge upset after surprise assist on NXT, Miles Bourne captures NXT North American title in chaotic main event, and more. Jey Uso officially locked in the final spot in the 2026 Men's Elimination Chamber match on the February 23rd episode of Raw, but the reaction online tells a much louder story. After defeating Bronson Reed and El Grande Americano in a triple threat qualifier, WWE uploaded the highlight to its official YouTube channel. That's when the backlash became visible. At the time of reporting, the video had drawn over 223,000 views, but the engagement ratio raised eyebrows. The clip was sitting at roughly 75.4% dislikes, with more than 20,500 dislikes compared to around 6,700 likes. That kind of split clearly signals frustration from a significant portion of the online audience. Looks like fans haven't forgotten the divided reaction when Jey walked out of WrestleMania 41 as World Heavyweight Champion. Others pointed to the criticism that followed when he received another world title opportunity against CM Punk. The latest numbers suggest that skepticism about his place in the main event scene hasn't fully faded. Of course, YouTube engagement doesn't always reflect live crowd reactions, and Jey continues to get strong in-arena support. So what's the real story here? Is the backlash justified, or is Jey Uso being unfairly targeted despite consistent crowd responses? Drop your take below. Following AJ Styles' surprise Hall of Fame announcement by The Undertaker during the February 23rd episode of Raw in Atlanta, a new update has surfaced regarding who WWE wants to handle the induction. According to Bodyslam.net, WWE would like John Cena to induct Styles into the 2026 Hall of Fame. With Styles already confirmed as part of the 2026 Hall of Fame class alongside Stephanie McMahon, having Cena deliver the speech would bring things full circle. The two are forever linked in WWE history, especially after their critically acclaimed rivalry in 2016 that helped define a major era shift in the company. Of course, there are other compelling options. Longtime friends, former tag partners, or even someone like Christopher Daniels could bring a deeply personal touch. But from a WWE legacy standpoint, Cena feels like the symbolic pick. Would John Cena be the perfect choice to induct AJ Styles, or should that honor go to someone else? Sound off in the comments. Randy Orton's recent issues with Aleister Black may not be as random as they first appeared, and a new report suggests the story could be laying the groundwork for something much bigger. Over the past few weeks, Black repeatedly confronted Orton, which led to their match on the February 20th episode of SmackDown. Black secured the victory after interference from Drew McIntyre, leaving fans questioning the long-term direction of the feud. Now, according to Selfmade Pro, there may be more beneath the surface. Last October, Jacob Fatu was scheduled to face McIntyre in a number one contenders match for the undisputed WWE Championship, then held by Cody Rhodes. Before the match could take place, Fatu was found laid out backstage, bleeding from the mouth. He was subsequently written off television. When Fatu returned on January 9th, he immediately attacked McIntyre, who had maintained his innocence regarding the assault. Now comes the twist. According to the report, creative sources indicated that Randy will be revealed as the attacker eventually. There's a very good chance that Jacob faces Randy Orton because Randy Orton is revealed as the person that attacked him. I asked Creative, why is Randy working with Aleister Black? Is that a WrestleMania thing? I asked last week. They said no, they said that we're using Aleister the way we used to use Cross, in that we're using him to indicate something looming or to foreshadow something with another person's character. So they're putting Aleister with Randy to foreshadow something involving Randy. That's what I was told. That may mean that Randy is the person who attacked Jacob Fatu, and then you can get that match. Although the report didn't go into detail about how Randy Orton would be revealed as the culprit or exactly how his feud with Aleister Black plays into it, the bigger picture is what makes this intriguing. Right now, the Black program feels disconnected on the surface, but if the plan is long-term, Black could simply be the narrative trigger, the one poking at Orton's past and forcing something buried to resurface. If Orton does end up being exposed as the attacker of Jacob Fatu, the key will be the execution. A reveal like that can't feel random. But would that be the right reveal heading into WrestleMania, or should WWE take another direction? Jade Cargill's WrestleMania 42 opponent may not be locked in just yet, but a blockbuster first-time ever match is now firmly in play. After earlier reports indicated WWE hadn't finalized plans for the SmackDown Women's Championship match in Las Vegas, a new update from Selfmade Pro suggests the company is seriously considering Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Speaking during a Selfmade session on February 23rd, the outlet revealed that internal discussions about the matchup actually date back several months. The first time I heard rumblings of Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill was around War Games. It was explained to me that WWE would prefer to have Bianca Belair healthy to face Jade Cargill. That's the reason Jade won the championship, so they could do the match with Bianca. According to the report, the long-term direction originally centered on Bianca Belair challenging Cargill. However, with Belair recently undergoing finger surgery, that match is now unlikely for WrestleMania, even if she appears in some capacity. That's where Ripley comes in. It's looking increasingly like Bianca may not be able to wrestle on the show, even if she's planning to appear. Jade and Rhea is something they've always kind of kept in their back pocket. If worst comes to worst, they could just have Rhea win the Elimination Chamber and face Jade. As recently as last week, WWE was reportedly still adjusting the women's WrestleMania direction, but one thing is clear: Cargill versus Ripley is very much on the table. If it happens, it would be a power versus power collision, two dominant forces, two physical standouts, and a match that instantly feels marquee. Now the question becomes simple: should WWE pivot to Jade versus Rhea for WrestleMania 42, or hold that showdown for a date down the line? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. It's not just fans expressing frustration over Jey Uso winning the Elimination Chamber qualifier on Raw, veterans of the business are now weighing in as well. During the match, Bronson Reed suffered an apparent injury, and Jay's reaction following the victory caught attention. Instead of celebrating wildly, he appeared visibly concerned for Reed as officials checked on him. Speaking on Busted Open, Bully Ray criticized that reaction, arguing that it broke the illusion of the moment. First things first, why did Jey Uso look depressed and sad? I'm sorry, but the match is, you're supposed to try and win the match because you're trying to get into the Elimination Chamber. This is where the art of working comes in. Anything can happen at any given moment. It's your job to stay in the moment. You won the match. Jey Uso should have been going crazy because he got another opportunity. Bully suggested that Jay's visible concern made it seem like he wasn't originally meant to win the match. I understand you're concerned. You're worried about the guy that got hurt. That doesn't mean you completely come out of the moment. You're basically telling me that you weren't supposed to win. You cannot do that. He continued by emphasizing the importance of staying in character until reaching the backstage area. But I guess in this new age of wrestling, it's okay to show concern for your fellow wrestler, even though you won the match. Stay in the moment. When you get to the back, you can show concern. So right off the bat, that took me out. Yes, I understand somebody got hurt. People get hurt in the ring all the time. Shit happens. It's not ballet. As far as Bronson's concerned, sorry to hear Big Brother got hurt. The critique highlights a broader debate in modern wrestling, balancing authenticity with maintaining the illusion. Jay's reaction may have been human, but according to Bully Ray, it undercut the storytelling in that moment. Do you agree with Bully Ray's take, or was Jey Uso simply reacting naturally to a real situation? Over the past 24 hours, a report spread rapidly across social media claiming that Vince McMahon was planning to repurchase WWE with financial backing from Saudi Arabian investors. The rumor gained traction quickly, with multiple accounts sharing the claim as fact. However, several reputable outlets have since confirmed that the story is completely false. Sean Ross Sapp was also quick to shut down the speculation on social media, making it clear that there is no truth to the report. Unfortunately, misinformation continues to circulate online, particularly when it comes to McMahon and WWE's ownership structure. Stories involving high-profile names and international investment tend to generate clicks, but that doesn't make them credible. As always, it's important to verify the source before accepting or sharing a report. In this case, the claim that Vince McMahon is buying back WWE is simply not accurate. And with rumors spreading faster than ever, separating fact from fiction remains more important than ever. As the old adage goes, all good things must eventually come to an end. Unfortunately for Ruca fans, this week marked the end of Zaria and Ruca as a team. Zaria accompanied Ruca for her NXT Women's Championship match against Jayne, but before the match could actually begin, out of nowhere, Zaria exploded with a thunderous spear to Ruca, followed by a devastating F5, turning on her former best friend before the Women's Championship match had even begun. The bell never rang before the betrayal unfolded. Despite the assault, Ruca insisted on continuing the match. That decision cost her. Jayne capitalized and dismantled Ruca, retaining the championship with ease. The damage didn't stop there. After the match, Zaria delivered another F5, this time onto the commentary desk, and coldly told Ruca to snatch my soul now before sealing the betrayal with a kiss on the forehead. The message was clear: Zaruca is done. The execution was clever. Placing this moment early in the second hour made it feel unpredictable, catching viewers off guard despite months of subtle teases. Zaria now steps fully into a ruthless heel role, reigniting the aura she had when she debuted as an unstoppable force. Backstage, the chaos continued. Zaria confronted Jayne, claiming she secured that victory and demanding an NXT Women's Championship match next week. When Jayne resisted, Zaria issued a chilling warning: agree or suffer the same fate as Ruca. Does Zaria win the NXT Women's Championship next week, or does Ruca return for revenge? Sound off below. The NXT Tag Team Championship picture shifted in a big way this week. The Vanity Project dethroned Dark State during WWE NXT, but they didn't do it alone. Tony D'Angelo played a decisive role in the outcome, inserting himself at the most critical moment of the match. As chaos broke out at ringside, D'Angelo appeared and dropped Saquon Sugars onto the apron before rolling Brad Baylor back into the ring. That interference created the opening Vanity Project needed. Baylor immediately capitalized, covering Sugars for the 3 count to secure the victory. The win marks the first NXT Tag Team Championship reign for Baylor and Ricky Smoke since arriving in NXT from WWE Evolve, instantly elevating their standing on the brand. While the titles have changed hands, the controversy surrounding the finish almost guarantees that Dark State won't let this go quietly. With Tony D'Angelo's fingerprints all over the result, the fallout could reshape the tag division in the weeks ahead. Tatum Paxley cut a promo from the NXT crowd, and it's clear her character evolution is continuing. The last time she appeared was in that eerie AI-style vignette where she discarded the dolls and symbolically let go of her need for friendship. That shift carried into this segment. She stated she no longer craves acceptance because she already has it from the NXT universe. This is a more confident, focused Tatum, one who knows exactly what she wants, and what she wants is the NXT Women's North American Championship. Izzi Dame appeared and the two quickly tried to brawl in the crowd. NXT fans were right there as security scrambled to intervene, raising questions about how WWE would allow arena fans to intervene during a promo segment. Regardless, the feud feels heated and personal. In other action, Keanu Carver defeated Sean Legacy in the second match of the night. A major shock followed in the Speed Championship triple threat as Elio LaFleur won the WWE Speed Championship by pinning Jasper Troy. Eli Knight had done the damage, but LaFleur stole the victory. Knight was inches away from breaking the pin, clearly frustrated, which strongly hints at a future showdown between the two. NXT also announced an underground match for Vengeance Day between Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan. The Chronicles of Joe Hendry video package aired, covering his early career, Robbie Brookside's influence, his music journey, early WWE tryouts, TNA run, Royal Rumble appearance, and the social media buzz around him. It was a detailed, behind-the-scenes style feature that added real depth. Thea Hale defeated Blake Monroe in the Women's Speed Tournament, but only after Jada Parker returned and attacked Monroe, escalating their rivalry further. There were rumors that Parker was injured, but thankfully it does not appear to be the case. Most importantly, the attack also explains why Monroe was put in the Women's Speed Tournament in the first place. In other matches, Uriah Connors picked up a win over Kale Dixon. In the main event, Miles Bourne captured the NXT North American Championship by defeating Ethan Page. Vanity Project attempted to interfere, but Shiloh Hill, Hank, and Tank evened the odds. Joe Hendry neutralized Ricky Saints, allowing Bourne to pin Page and win the title. That was NXT this week. Which segment stood out the most to you, and why? Sound off in the comments below. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.